What's up, guys? Hani TCG here, and today we have a Dark World FTK deck profile with you for you guys. We're with Gabe Molina, and he helped create the deck as well as Chris LeBlanc. Unfortunately, Chris is not here, but we have Gabe here, fortunately, to go through his thoughts about the deck.
Yeah. The main thing about the Dark World deck is, it's really cool. And it can special summon a lot. And then one day we're all messing around with the Dark World deck, and I'm reading the cards. And I'm looking at deck profiles. And then I would come along a card called Ludent. The Dark World Ludent. He's the level 6. And his effect has special summon any fiend from the deck. And then I seen people were only playing one Ceruli, the one that discards one from your hand. And then that card's like the best card in the deck. So we played it at 3. And then same with the continuous spell card. People were playing like 1 to 2. And I thought that was like the best card in the deck to like start the engine. So we got to play it at 3. So yeah, like I was just looping with looting and stuff, but then Hani kept playing it. And he thought of Fabled Raven, things like that.
Yeah, and Chris
Um,
and Chris is the one that brought up the FTK, like talking about how he thought we could FTK with the deck, correct?
yeah, Chris was like literally all about FTK. Like he just really wanted to kill them. I was just like when I was playing with it, I was just like really trying to show off how good Ludent was and Ceruli, because you can literally like use Ludent like 3-4 times, like maybe 6 times in a turn. Same with Ceruli, just bouncing it back to your hand. But yeah, I was just trying to like loop my opponent's hand, like summoning Appo with like 4 negates, and then just summoning Ceruli from my deck over and over again with Ludent, and using Silva on them.
Yep, yeah, and I agree. I think Lucent is a great card, and honestly, I've been playing a lot with this deck recently. Ever since they brought it up, I was thinking about bringing it to a regional. Unfortunately, I could not find all the cards, so I ended up not being able to play. But I did want to profile the deck for you guys. I also worked on the deck a lot, and I'm actually the one that helped them put the pieces together for the FTK. With number 6, the Chronomaly. Uh, this card is crazy, honestly. Like, its effect is you could target one XYZ summon. Okay, when this card's XYZ summoned, you could target one number monster in your graveyard, equip it to this card. Okay, and then once per turn, you could detach one XYZ material from this card, send the equipped monster to the graveyard, half your opponent's life points. So, you would summon Dugaris in your turn. You draw 2 cards, you discard one. Later on in the turn, you summon the Chronomaly, you equip the Dugaris, you send the Dugaris, cut their life points in half. Okay? And then you would Geonator, give them control of the Chronomaly, and then you will summon Giant Grinder, and then you will pop the Chronomaly, and that only puts them at 1400. Okay? That puts them only at 1400. And then at that point, you would also make either Giant Trainer to burn off the last 16 or the last 1400 life points. If you draw any 2 monsters off of this, it's game. And then if that doesn't work out, you could also just Scarlight them. And I know it sounds crazy to say like I could summon Giant Trainer, Scarlight, this Konami level 6, Dugaris all in the same turn. But yes, I summoned all these cards all in the same turn, and honestly, like all these cards are like searchable like within engine. Like Scarlight, I'm searching Raven from my deck with Lucent, so like I'm always gonna be able to Scarlight my opponent. I'm always gonna be able to make the Chronomaly because I'm always gonna be able to summon another Lucent off a Lucent to make it. So like the FTK is very complicated. It's not a very easy like combo to do by any means. But we will be doing like combo videos throughout the week so you guys can see and take a look on how we did accomplish the FTK. We just wanted to show off the list. Uh, we didn't go through every card one by one. We just wanted to show the generic list, and if you guys want to get the download link for this deck, you could just grab it off of our Patreon. So make sure you guys are a part of our Patreon, the Source Gaming Patreon. I'll have in the description below. And honestly, with that said, um, I'm out. Do you have any last words, Gabe? Or
Yeah. It is complicated, but it is very consistent. Um, I just want that to be known. This deck's very consistent. You can do this a lot. Um, and I don't want me and Honda to be known as like the Dark World guys, but we do like this deck a lot. There's like a lot of innovation in it, and we will be dropping like a lot of deck profiles and a lot of content about the Dark World deck.
Yep.
Just for all the Dark World people, and just because we really enjoy the deck too. It's really innovative. There's a lot more stuff we're not telling you guys about, just to have a lot more content about it. But there's way more cool stuff you can do. You can actually like kill your opponent twice. Like you can do like 16k damage, 18k damage. You can keep killing them. Like it's really hard to stop the deck. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I had to say.
Yeah. All right, guys. With that said, Hani TCG out.
Peace.